Hello guys, welcome to my second video, and today I want to show you some illustrations I made for an artist called Im. If you want to hear his songs, the links are in the video description. On this time I want to talk to you about some tips that you can apply if you like the illustration or graphic design, especially if you are still a student or you want to be one. These tips are based on my experience as a graphic designer and illustrator. If you are doing some of these tips right now, please let me know in the comments and tell me about your best experience. Now the first one is about start creating your portfolio. Now the first one could be something tricky. I mean, if you haven't worked on real projects, a good option for this is to gather the school projects you are making. So no matter if they haven't been for a client or are just exercise from your classes, believe me, I have seen so many great school projects on some portfolios. So something simple such as show some banners designs can be really awesome to show. So make sure to add a little description from each one so the person who's seen your portfolio can have a context of that work and not just dropping every design you made. If you already have a real project or different kind of projects, remember just to show every project per slide. I mean, if you work for a logo design, you could drop the logo with some images, but not so much. The thing is that I have seen many portfolio where people used to drop like 4 different projects on a single slide or even more. If you're wondering how many slides needs to have your portfolio, it could be short like 7 or 8 pages if you're starting on this, but there are other portfolios with 15 or even more than 20 pages. But this depends on the way you want to present it, and remember that the quality is better than quantity. I want to tell you a funny story. When I was searching for new graphic designers, I received one email from one guy that sent me a PDF with 126 pages from all the works he had worked. I mean, it was really incredible. The PDF was like almost 1 gigabyte from size, so it was incredible to see. The second one is search for projects around your city. There are a lot of local stores where you can offer to work with them. I mean, this doesn't need to be a full of part-time job. Think about an ice cream local store. If you are an illustrator, you could share with them some character sketches for a print poster for them. Or if you are interested on photo editing, you could take some quality photos of their products, photo plot on social media with interesting ethics. I'm gonna mention another points that can help you with this one, so please I hope you keep listening. For the third one is about search about your future job. When we are only studying or working on a job that is not relative to our career, it's difficult to know who are the work expectations on your field. So sometimes I used to search for jobs around my city, but mainly to pick up the current skills and software experience that people need on these days. This allows you to give you an idea of the skills you could improve or be interesting from your respective field to prepare you for first submitting jobs. Learn more from the teachers. I have learned a lot from them. I mean, I used to ask them for an advice about a budget quote or for some way to organize my portfolio to show with future clients. And remember that each teacher has their own experience and ways to work, so learn from them before, during, and after the class with them. When I was a student, I really enjoyed to listen to one of my illustration teachers. When the class was over, he spoke about his experience working on a design agency. I think he was a creative director, and the kind of projects they used to work with for big companies. This kind of thoughts were really useful and interesting to have in mind for me because it really helps me to create a better way to work with my personal projects. This is the point that can help you with the ice cream store idea. I mean, it can be every kind of local store you are interested to work with them. But the fact of selling your work, it's a challenging part because this depends on the academic program you have in your career. Because sometimes this kind of marketing topics barely appears on it, which is a big problem. No matter how great is your designing skills or your illustration style, if you don't know how to sell your art or how to talk with your clients, that could be a hard start, I mean. But this is normal, and don't worry, you'll begin to have more experience to learn more about it and have a better communication. Sometimes I'm still having problems when I speak with my clients to have the project done because sometimes it's based on a budget. So that's what I recommend you to watch free videos or online classes where you can learn how to present the work to the clients, how to create budgets or books to know how much you will need to get paid per hour. Remember, your work could attract the client's attention, but you need to know how to sell it. This is my favorite. Start a personal project. We are always doing something. We are studying, working, hanging out, or even watching movies all the time. Getting fun at the weekend is really important, but it's also an opportunity to start a new project. Currently, there are a lot of people making podcasts, uploading comic books weekly or even daily, so you could focus on something you really like, something that really it's a passionate way to spend your time. It could be something really short or long. It can be great if it's something that is relative to your career because you can put your Illustrator or designing skills working up. That's why I decided to start uploading videos, even if I not get paid for it or I spend my Saturdays on the script. It's a great opportunity to create content and share it to the people who like the same things you do. And the last one is create your brand. I think that everyone who is a designer already have this point covered or thinking about it, but if it's not your case, you could start with this. When you want to work with clients, work for a company, or even starting your own artist's Instagram account, you'll need a name, a logo that represents your image so people can recognize you easily on internet. Even if you're not a designer, you can start creating a name to start with this. It could be your own name, it could be a different name. That's why my name is Alan Prain, some kind of nickname I invented with a friend a couple of years ago. The idea for create your brand helps you to realize that when you're speaking with your clients or sending proposal, you already have an image that represents you. So this is really important because the same way you talk with your family sometimes can be the right speaking to speak with the clients. So you could keep that in mind. Well guys, I hope these tips can be really useful for you. All of us have different ways to work or thinking depending on the place we're living and the experience we have. But remember that doing all of the things we're learning at school shouldn't be enough. We need to create more challenges, goals, and new ways to discover new projects to work with. Even if we need to spend more time working at weekend, remember that you are in a good age to create amazing things, and this kind of experience are really great and you need to enjoy them every time you have it. So if you liked my illustrations too, I'll be making more videos like this and I can share you more of my thoughts about this amazing career. I already have some ideas for the third video. I want to make something different, but also I hope you enjoy it. So have a great new year. I hope you have a good time with your family. Thank you so much and see you later, guys.